Shit, I was recording without my mic on. Oh well, here we go again. Some mysteries are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it. However, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal we academics do not. I beg you lend us your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your run. Greetings, Longren, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm sure Nemgiji has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemgiji set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there is no greater honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements of his own. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Charlotte, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, but for a single man. We must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. It was we who peered in the fathomless sea from the antitower into the Gervinian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall this star, the final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through this Aeschoscope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But, thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Here is the crystal in question. Is it Azim's symbol? If it resembles aught you have encountered it before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. It's Azim's symbol, watch. Oh, that's right, they were all like that, though. I did forget that. I forgot they all looked like that shape. I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please, tell me everything. I see. The Assassins use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages, memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards in the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ascent memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Lundgren's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Professor Claudine! Huh? Yes? I'm well aware that contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there is proper propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. I can't talk. Must we do this every time? What? Yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. If anyone, message, come. Pandemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? He says with my expressionless Google face. Pandemonium? 'Tis not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nemjiji, Rusan, Rusano, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Lundgren, there is a person I would have you seek, the one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could have been made by one of the ancients. Very well have been made by one of the ancients. I cannot read today, what the heck? If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and the veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past. Find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you've seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels, and maybe we meet again soon to share our findings. Now, there we go. Dostal Gate, right? Oh. Still used to dismounting to talk to people. I'm not sure I like this time travel thing. Like, this feels cheap, I guess, as like storytelling. I don't know. I'm trying not to disparage it, but like throwing in time travel as like a consistent part of the story really messes with like possibilities, because then things can be done that like aren't normally achievable, and then it's like, well, okay, well, why not use that time traveling to like this effect, or do this thing, or undo this thing? Yeah. Come, Pandemonium, quickly. Gonna do the slow superhero walk. I've enjoyed all of the raids so far. I definitely would say that the one at the end of ARR was the weakest, the Crystal Tower. But even that was a good one. So we'll have to see. I'm excited for this one. I think they brought back, what's his name? Is that... Ah, so it's not Vana. Could it be? This is the Azim after Vana, I'm willing to bet. Which makes me wonder if their eye color is attached to their seat in some way. No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment, I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. Wait, okay, maybe he isn't Azim then? Because we're Azim, right? He told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not of one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here. For it is plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know, for that matter. I'm Azim's familiar. Okay, so this isn't awesome. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. If you are here at Azim's behest, then I believe you can hazard a guess, or I can hazard a guess, as to your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like you to take a would very much what, jeez, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. I am here as representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. He's FBI, boys. Don't tell him anything. Now that there's some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Strange. He must be related to Van Aben. First investigation, you secure valuable artifacts, exchange of Rise of Han. Okay. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the fallen star I have been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed the anomaly near Pandemonium, so it would only seem natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking their heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words: "Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you." While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. Suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entering the Pandemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Anagnosis. I'm never going to get to pronounce that correctly. So, what is that? Kind of like it, but mostly just because it's unique. La Brea. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandemonium as you please. Now, that was a painless process. I take it as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Of course, while you have been permitted to enter the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work within Pandemonium are called warders, for their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habre has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandemonium is a frightful place. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habre shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. Oh, he's not La Habre, he works for La Habre. Okay. Then I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late? The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habre would have acted if there were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habre is kept well abreast of the goings-ons here. Then I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habre. Do you know him? Know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. At first I thought that was a bad answer, but that's actually really funny. You are no familiar, are you? Oh, no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habre is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt you will I need to tell you this, he is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandemonium. The nearest that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Leth. Let us delay no further. Hey Gray, what's up? You gonna watch me blind run it and eat death a whole bunch of times? So Aeon thinks I'm gonna die at least once every fight, and he says I'm gonna die a whole bunch. I think he said the second one. Let's see if I remember to get there appropriately. Oh, really? So Circle 2 is the easiest for you? also, what did you go as? I'm curious. Oh, can't do that. Ah, so it was a reaction time thing, not a lock render thing. Okay. I'm very curious. Everyone in the static's been saying it's a fun, fun raid tier. So. Ah. Yeah, I was debating if I wanted to run it with like some FC members or talk to the static about running it before we think we're running some stuff tonight. But I thought I'd go on blind just for fun and run it with a bunch of pugs like I've done every other raid tier so far. No, I'm lazy. I don't get the flying usually. I did contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you too have met Lahabre in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to an adventure, huh? Yeah, that's what Alan's been doing for the last like 2 weeks. He made his bun girl alt and got her through MSQ. Ooh, easiest to level. Is as much as I feared. I'm gonna say I think. Personally, Gunbreaker is probably easiest to level. Gunbreaker is the most consistent throughout the entire thing. But at cap, of the two that I've played so far, I definitely prefer Paladin over Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker is a little clunky with that new skill. Not everything fits in. Totally changes up the rotation, whereas with Paladin, you're just extending the Confiteor portion of the rotation, so I think it's the easiest to pick up on. I haven't played Warrior to 90 yet, but everyone that I know says it's really good. And then apparently Dark Knight is a terrible tank, but a really good DPS. So the speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a feeling. 'Twas a fleeing and vain hope. This looks really cool. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the entering eye might not see anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. This feels a little Dark Souls-y. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaw, however. Yes, Paladin is a lot of fun. If you're trying to find that mid-range tank that kind of does it all, I gotta say Paladin. Don't sleep on Paladin. Paladin's a pretty good DPS. Okay, so what I would say is Warrior's a superior self-sustain when you're running dungeons because of the group pulls, the trash pulls. But on a single target, I would say Paladin's probably the stronger as far as that goes. And Gunbreaker is actually surprisingly good at holding its own. I soloed the first boss of the 83 dungeon, literally from 50%. From like 50%. And I took on the last boss. Oh no, yeah, I took on the last boss with a Reaper, and I kept him alive for the last 20% of his health. So tanks are really strong this expansion, and aside from Dark Knight, they all have pretty good ability to like keep people and themselves up. So someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Fair. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Of course, our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there any other way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in helpless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceful solution, then I hope I can rely on your strength to see us through. I mean, I've got 6 hours to get through all this, so. Also, regardless of whether I get through this, I think we're running Zodiac tonight. So, of course, you have my promise. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your Aether as basis for illusionary allies that will fight at your side. Okay, that explains how you get a party. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Then so shall it be. Now, what, I wonder, awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls? Okay, he's got to have some connection to Vanilla. He looks way too much like her. Alright, first circle. Here we go. Okay, who's ready to watch me get my ass handed to me? Play around with some colors while we wait. Oh, it doesn't change the color of the metal. somebody's in trouble. I'll save them. I must. This appears to be one of the warders we seek, but I am afraid he's in no state to answer questions. Perhaps you can bring him to his senses? Well, he certainly looks cool. Warder of the Condemned, Eric Thonius. Fix some keybinds. didn't go off. That wasn't too bad. Probably gonna get the gauntlets. Oh, I got the helmet. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. That was a thrilling display, and, if I may be so vaunting, the warriors spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. We should wait until this man regains regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Lohengrin. He stirs. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. I am Ericthonius, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandemonium's highest lair, and the place we're in now. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free, and stalk its halls, to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a keyboard, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Lahabare is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Tried as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury, then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken a hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. But the same individual, or individuals, that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Or by that. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would they take? Wait, what would the FBI do, Themis? Doubtless, they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought. Were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of Lahabare would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we cannot expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone. I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request is about to make of you. I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please say not a word to this of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonius, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. The strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more, you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold. So for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Longren have set us upon. Themis and Longren, yes? Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already. I take cash, check. Gift cards. We should be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates. In case any have followed you out. More savaging. The raids aren't voiced, right? Like there's no cutscenes in the raids that are voiced. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming my plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand. But do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they are valuable research subjects. I wouldn't say our labor, our own untold hours of study, go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile. I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Damn the shade. Imagine talking about your boss like that. So you have met him before. I was under the impression he really visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyboard. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. It was she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a Chief Keyboard before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research objects is not entirely driven by duty to the words, then. You wish to preserve the work of your mentor. You've the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder and cannot wield internment magics. But of course, I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our earlier battle, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Internment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use internment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, internment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed. While the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggest as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of internment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have no precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of internment and its inner workings, perhaps. Leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. dare say we can do just that. Ericthonius, you implied that what prevented you from performing a tournament was a lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I cannot say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep, and we would have to start over. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that the motions have been burned in my memory. I won't disappoint. Very well, let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose there is a matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Lone King could dispatch on his own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelis are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Then that shall be our first target. Or perhaps second is a better term. Before we commence on the interment magic, the creatures should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, we shall begin buying this hippocampus with the keywords magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it and will be home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. Okay, so this is the one everyone said is difficult, and I'm probably going to die on, so let's find out. Second circle. I'm getting some serious, Dragon's Dogma vibes out of this. What the hell is this thing? Seem to have lost somebody. Is that the... Pretty sure that's the... Yeah. So what's the weapon? Mega small sword. It's kind of cool. Ah, okay. No deaths. I did fuck up, though. Cool. Very cool. Some good thinking, dude. Okay, let's hopefully get that done. I know that you are no mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus, seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Master takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Themis' power was more than enough to complete the tournament. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magus. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Lone, I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception. It is only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. While our success is sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any of the warders concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelos, is nothing if not conscious. Doubtless, he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical promise. Is there more you can share? Of course. A man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not the only masters of internment. They can also, or not only masters of internment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to the will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is capable in carrying as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has, like as not, taken your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee to Abyssos if hard-pressed. Even though they have sought safe haven within other circles, or even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, and all shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by the Phoenix last I checked. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix? I've heard that name before. Oh, it is Phoenix! A fiery bird with life eternal. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Far from evoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus, it was confined within Pandemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that at long last La Habrea had succeeded where so many others failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The research of the wards of La Habrea has little consequence to our world here, or to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. Well, it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodelos' most early subject to heal. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power of flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Hello, I see you. This isn't likely going to be good. What the? What? That was what's his face? Seems whoever is behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those are creation magics at work, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. Phoenix. Cool.
So, you know.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll be good.
You just gotta run through it a few times and then you'll get it. You'll see like where the wave is crashing into the further crystal that you're line of sighting, if you know what I mean.
I do, like, I understand it in theory, but I just, like, cannot. I keep dying there every single time.
Oh yeah, it happens fast.
It eventually just becomes a reflex.
Yeah, you just gotta die to it enough, I guess.
The one I don't understand is Zodex.
Oh really?
Yeah, somebody just put on their Dorito and I just followed them the entire time.
The part I'm not getting with Zodex is the fire. I can't tell which side of the arena is going to get burned up.
With the firewall?
Yeah.
I always figured that one out. Well, I don't even know how to explain that part. You'll eventually get it, dude. I didn't get it at first either. It's just like repetition.
Yeah, I think I only saw it twice because my static was running it like the first week it was out, and we were just trying to see if we could learn it on our own.
Yeah.
Are we waiting on anybody else? Oh wait,
Gunnison?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I invited him.
Maybe you invited the wrong person.
No.
Oh, also I'm streaming in case anybody cares.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
Not my
That body
voice.
is going out to the universe.
Or just, like, get ready to watch me die.
Hey, the only reason I can get through the things I get through is because I have tank privilege. Look,
Gunny's coming as DPS, right?
Yeah.
Sweeney.
Or I'd be more comfortable if it was like 0.6 of a DPS.
Did you get my invite?
for transparency.
I am also 0.5 of a DPS.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry, I was tabbed out.
Oh shit, we have one too many people.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6, 7. Oh wait, who left?
Oh, Wolf left.
I was gonna say, I don't
That's
think
all
Wolf
good.
has anything other than DPS right now.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Does Alila only have tanks?
No, they said they'll heal.
Okay. Let's see. I only have tanks.
Gunny needs to get his healer up because he's been trying to just gear out other stuff and finishing MSQ with his DPS, but he's maybe gonna heal for our static, so it's weird that.
I'm definitely gonna go for the static.
Well, if all you gotta do is level it, it doesn't take that long. Is it? It's not an annul, right?
No,
I'm
no.
at 80, so it won't be that.
It wouldn't even take you a week if you like just focus
Well, and he
on
has
it.
two. He has Sage and he has Scholar. Like, actually, Scholar. Oh no, you stopped leveling at 80, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Scholar though. It seems a little easier for my time.
Invite, please.
Aeon, what did you want to come as? We need one healer now.
Oh, I can come a scholar.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
How geared are you on your scholar?
Meh.
It's a good thing you're good at what you do.
Yeah, that's a full party.
I like how I
Fuck
tried
yeah.
to say hi to June, but June's not on our Discord. Does he? I thought he. He's in though, right? Like,
He's in the party.
He said he would join Discord enough you.
oh,
If the summoner weapon drops, can I please have it?
Sure.
yes.
No.
Because that's
I don't
actually
know.
what I need this for. I don't need it for fucking scholar. This isn't my main. Which is funny because I have the weapon for scholar, even though I was farming for the summoner one.
Should I come as paladin for backup healing or...
Nah,
Okay.
it'll be fine.
Also, you would slow our LB, so it's better to do that.
Well, that's why I was asking. I don't know what the preference is. I have to warn you, I don't know the Gunbreaker rotation all that well. And what little practice I've had with it, it's really clunky with the double damage.
Do you have warrior up?
No.
Warrior is simpler and better.
Well, I mean, if I was gonna come as an Omnic, I'd come as Dark Knight. But I haven't.
Dark Knight is also better.
Yeah, but I haven't leveled that either, so.
Ironically, Gunbreaker is kind of the meh.
Well,
I can't
Gunbreaker's-
ready check crossworld parties.
You can't?
You can't?
Well, how come I'm doing /R check and it?
Oh, there,
Oh,
I got it.
somebody did it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
was that like a?
Just typing it wrong.
Mine's broken for some reason, but looks like you guys are ready, so I'll just put us in.
Well, wait. Oh, it's you. You're the problem.
I had the same thought. I looked. I was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What are you
Gunbreaker
doing right now?
Gunbreaker doesn't do as much damage compared to like where it was last year, but it's much more defensive between the two stacks of Aurora and freaking Heart of Corundrum. It's super strong defensively,
Nice.
so I'm okay with it.
Do you-
being less DPS.
Do you want to main tank this, or you want to?
I think Paladin makes a better main, right?
Oh, it
Yes.
doesn't. Okay. I think I have the markers. Let me check.
okay, so I have to. I always ask this every time, and normally I just dance partner June because he's usually better when we're in Party Finder and stuff. But Sienna is probably pretty good, right? Like,
I'm the best. I'm just
okay,
kidding.
well, but Black Mage has like the burst thing, like, or I mean, doesn't have a burst thing, so I never know what to do anymore.
I'll let you know who scores the highest.
Okay, who should I do first though?
Do me first.
Definitely not. But
You know what? I deserve a dance partner.
oh, you guys, I'm stressed.
Glare mage, come on, do it.
No, I was
Do
gonna say
it.
you should
That sounds good.
partner the Paladin.
Yeah, give it to the paladin.
That-
We're gonna wipe on the first
You guys,
try
this is
anyway.
stressful.
Just give it to June.
But
June's
don't
probably
worry,
gonna do a
also-
shitload of DPS.
I was gonna say also I'll be dead, so it's not gonna matter.
Well, no.
Okay, light party groups.
Don't they
He's
still...
scratching.
Oh,
What
whoops.
party groups?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, where am I? Who?
How do I cancel the countdown?
You
Well,
just
fuck
hit
it.
it again. You hit it again.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Layout.
And then do we want
Alright.
clock positions for ice? That way we.
I think we'll figure it out.
We can do it.
See,
We can
that's
do
what
it.
I've said.
I've never
Remember,
done
June,
that.
Alright,
June, I
which-
brought that up before. I was like, we should do clock
which-
positions for this.
Which of these groups
I'm
is
here.
which of these groups is fake melee?
Group one.
one.
Group
Yeah,
one is
one
like
is
melee.
One.
One is usually fake. Or one is melee, so we'll go with
Yeah, which one? We'll go.
Well,
Well, I'll be up here.
Spots so fancy.
I don't care.
see, June, remember I was
Where
telling
I
you,
am.
cock spots.
Where do
Yeah.
I go?
And this is all gonna be. So you're gonna be here, because.
South.
Or do you want me to move somewhere?
No, no, no.
Oh, I don't mind.
Hold
I
on.
don't
So
mind.
healers are east and west. Tanks are north and south.
Oh,
So you're gonna be
okay.
Just don't touch each other.
And then this is gonna be a boss relative.
Yeah.
Just keeping the boss centered is actually really difficult. Unless Nade, you're just really good at it.
What am I doing?
Oh, I was just saying keeping the
The
boss.
boss centered.
Yeah, keeping boss
I'll
centered is.
try.
Well, you don't
I'll
have
try.
to. So.
For the phases
Oh,
where
okay.
this matters, for
Yeah.
the early stuff, it's pretty easy. Afterwards, it goes to shit.
When do we do the clock positions?
When she does ice. So.
Oh, okay.
When I got a
Shen,
spread.
it's like Shiva Ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evolve.
So what
Alright,
you're
are we
gonna
ready?
watch for is she's gonna use the same move. It's gonna have 3 different possibilities. Red is donut AoE, so get inside. Green is a circle AoE, so get out, and then blue is a cross AoE, so get to inner cards. And this is all relative to her.
All right. Let's give it a shot.
I have my sharp cast back.
Nice.
Eat food.
I did. I think that's why I got a heal from the lovely little fairy.
I'll put down liturgy on the first raid wide.
I already messed up my countdown. Let's see.
Bubble.
Like,
June, I
Yeah,
used
that's good.
Ink Soft.
Nice. Switching your moves is professional.
in.
Oh, whoops, my bad. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
I was not paying attention.
Yeah. Alright. We'll have to do more call outs. It's fine.
Sides.
Oh, it still gives me the Vuln stack though. How rude. Alright.
Spread.
Yeah. Oh god, am I in the right spot for this? And out. Sorry, I'm in the wrong spot.
So am I. But I just got res, sorry.
We
Like-
just got, we're good. We got it. Gonna fucking do some of this.
My swift cast's down, so you have to get him.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, mine's down too because I raised after.
Sides. Oops. I was not in the right spot.
Yeah. Oh, it's me too.
Got it.
Thank you. Oh, you
Oops,
fucking
I was
idiot.
on my way. I got
Me.
confused.
Oh.
I
Oh,
think I
whoops.
was confused the whole time.
Yeah, we have it.
Let's just wipe it.
Yeah, wipe it.
I think that's a good
I
idea.
better start.
Because once
Just
it
getting
gets like,
warmed
turned
up.
around, it's like,
Warmed up.
Okay, so now that,
Hold on,
now
I
that
need-
you've seen it, she does. Each one of those is 2 actions combined. So she'll do one of the circles, and then she'll do either ice. It's what, ice, water, earth, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So ice is spread, water is light parties, and earth is party stack.
Oh yeah, it's having those numbers will be helpful.
Yeah.
And then do you guys want to do boss relative party stacks, or do you want to do positional stacks?
Just go to the marker.
Go to your marker.
Well,
Yeah, for healer groups, just go to your marker. I think that's the easiest.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just means Aeon and I have to figure out our shit relative to each other.
For sure. I'll try to keep it north-south for the majority of the fight.
Yeah,
But there's a part like during the light waves where
yeah.
it's the part
During
where
light-
it's gonna get fucked up. So
AKA my
Right.
least favorite part, where I just die.
Yeah.
There's
During
a
light waves, we just have to make sure we don't go in the same direction to spread out a little bit. Alright, let's try to do this right.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
I'll get a big heal in a second. There we go. Party stacks after. Out.
Light unyielding.
Party stacks.
well, I moved early.
Oh, we didn't die, so it's all good.
Divine radiance.
Lats on us. In.
And spread.
And then spread. We're good. Perfect. Share buster. Size coming up. There we go. Run back. Get in here. Get in here. Yay.
Enter card.
Oh, yep.
By blade. Crystals of light. Out to me.
I'll get the east one.
DPS are gonna focus on the crystals.
It's like we're going south.
The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow of hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness. Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back.
Alright, good job, everybody.
Nice.
What's the fucking raid? What?
When you are resolved.
Yeah.
This test is far. The light doth obey my command.
Here I go.
Follow up, follow up.
Go to roll positions.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, that's just that.
Get behind her. Get behind.
Oh shit. Ah, that's
yeah,
great.
right.
Ah!
I was late on that. My bad. Fucking Z Warrior.
Oh, Z Warrior. Alright, good job. And then
Nice.
get behind.
Oh yeah, get behind her.
Oh, did I move too fast?
Did you get behind the crystal?
I
you gotta
no.
be behind
I was
the
probably
crystal.
just like okay. That's what I did.
Fuck.
Alright. Get Gunnison up. Come on. No. Raise. Swift cast. Why are you being stupid? Alright.
Party stack coming up. Oops.
Good.
Get out.
Light unyielding.
Spread.
Eternal.
They spread.
Shadow.
Sides.
Oh shit, I need to heal.
Oh,
gonna
you
die.
Ah, so close.
do. Just chugging out of shit.
In.
Alright.
Get in.
When near or far.
This is acceptable.
Shared buster.
Buster.
Ooh.
Oh, Nate.
Did I not pop my cooldown?
That was the double Vuln stack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. I don't know what to do here. I always fuck
To
this up.
me.
Go to the top of
They
the
go-
bow.
No.
Party
I'm
Okay.
So just get in your
Stack.
melee up front, heal, the ranged healer group in the back.
Left or right?
Wait, is mine?
Uh,
mine's still front, right? Like.
Go right, go right, go right. Then get to the sides.
Side, side, side,
I
side.
gotta plug in.
Inner
cards.
cardinal.
Yep.
My blade.
Alright, I'm swifting. Do you?
Thank you.
Succumb not to fear.
If I can remember my button switches, then yeah, back.
Oh. Okay. I got it. Okay, we're gonna go
Wave spot is by
C.
C.
4, scene. Hank, stay. Everybody else go out. Get to the middle. So party stack then healer groups. Just go to your marker.
Here, there, okay, now go.
God. Get out.
Light unyielding.
Oh, I lost aggro, my bad.
It's fine.
I'll just shirt. Do you want me to
The light
maintain it?
wave. Except for light leaves. By D. By D.
You're tanking it right now.
I'll give it back to you. Try and get some
Oh, okay. That works.
I've also switched the button around some of my commands.
Tank stay. Alright, go mid. You guys are doing really good on this part. We're gonna have to spread.
Front back spread.
Front back, and then spread. Yeah.
Oh, or just spread before, you know.
Oh,
And then die.
I didn't. That was my bad. That was my bad. I went a little bit too far forward towards it. I didn't.
And
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
So close.
No, up to that was pretty clean.
Stack.
Party stack.
Who does she we don't know who she's targeting on that, huh?
Nope.
Well, let's say healers are dead now.
I miss them.
That was close.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
That was the best we've done. I mean, we've only party findered, but like with a lot of our people too.
You have been found
This is
wanting.
good.
I'll just go back. I wanted to see how far
That's-
we get solo.
That's enrage.
That's enrage. Yeah, we got there.
Alright. I'm gonna start the countdown.
That was really good, guys.
Yeah.
Yay!
My DPS is so fucked. I don't know this rotation at all.
Oh, same. I don't know anything ever, so you know.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
I know hit glare. Very strong rotation.
It sounds really sad.
Why are you not working right now?
By crystal light.
Alright, good.
After 10 healer groups.
Yeah, yeah.
Being too greedy. Oh, my bad. I didn't even get in the fucking healer group. I'm an idiot.
But did you have fun?
That's my fault. Let me wipe. Let me wipe. Sorry, guys. I'm
No,
getting.
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm all fucking zoned in because I just made a slight change in my rotation, and like I'm all fucking focused on that.
I support the greed.
Stack won't die if you have 3 in it though, so it's not too bad.
Just gotta, the healers just gotta
Sure.
make up the difference.
AKA June's plan to never stack. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Black
hey, if it
Mage
works.
Live.
Except it makes the healers have to heal more. Which means less
Well,
DPS.
and like, as a black mage, he doesn't care.
Hey, don't blame me. I've been in the sacks.
I'm kidding.
His numbers high. What else matters?
I'm just.
Have you the strength
I've
of
been really
will
good about
to
the stacking.
alter man's fate?
No.
By crystal light.
Good out then parties.
Light unyielding.
I don't understand how It looks far enough out to me on my screen, dude. I need to figure out where that circle is exactly.
She snaps out super
Oh, I see.
Front back.
Run back, yeah.
Sorry, my alarm just went off. I think I'm okay, but yikes. That was annoying. And it was for a fishing node, so.
That's awesome. I love that you have an alarm for that.
I did. It was a certain time.
Get in.
In and spread.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. I was too close to
Nope, nope, we got hit by one. It just hurts.
it. It just hurts a little bit.
Like, I don't even think you hit me with it, it's just me.
Oh, really?
Front back.
Yeah, it just hit hard.
Yeah, you had gotten hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, good
We
thing
didn't
then.
feel it.
Enter cards, then party.
Yes.
By blade.
That was full party, not light party, people.
Wait.
Oh.
Right, yeah, right.
Maybe call me first time instead of party stack.
Oh shit. Right. Yeah.
I do say healer stats.
The song
Oh,
of
fuck.
creation's end. Feel it. The sorrow of hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness.
I did not know that, I think I fucked up your dot, Longren.
Huh?
I was trying to put a goring blade and stack it with your, the confetti dot. Didn't work. It just got rid of it.
I heard confetti.
Yeah, it wouldn't have affected Lone. That only
Oh.
affects your thing.
Oh, I see.
Follow your light.
That's your dot. Your two dots don't work with each other.
Or fly, my children, and
All right.
never look back.
That's the quickest I've seen, or that's the lowest number.
Too fast. I need more time for my cooldown.
Then you are resolved. But this test is far. The light doth obey my command.
Going west.
Oh, damn it.
One of your party spots. Behind crystal still.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Healer LB3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tank buff.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
I had to put the cooldowns.
Alright, Z Warrior time. Oh, no. Behind. Sorry, Nate, I fucking
That's all good.
trolled
Well,
you. Z Warrior.
Run through.
Yep.
Party stack.
Party. Full party.
Out.
Oh, yep.
Do you know if it's? Oh no, the right it's not on.
Spread after this. Line end, spread.
Oh, I think I'm in the wrong place.
Move after the orbs, Shannon.
I didn't get it in time, sorry. What's that?
I'm back.
Ah,
Oh,
crap.
I wasn't paying
That
attention.
one is so
Fuck.
quick, and neither was I. I was just like focused on the stupid circles from before.
Get in.
Wait, wave happening. Sure, Buster.
High or low.
Get to your healer groups here.
You might want to wait on this one a little bit.
Yep.
This raised.
Go left, go left.
Oh, yep. Did I make a jump?
No,
Fuck.
I'm back.
I didn't make
Oh, it's
it.
all good.
Right.
We'll wipe it up.
Scholar's zoomies are nice on that mechanic.
Yeah, they are. They are.
By blade.
I was doing too much raising to pay attention whether I was headed left.
Yeah.
Can I have like
it's all
1
good.
minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
I need to repair after this next one.
God.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
apologize.
so no, it's
Oh, no worries at all.
That happens.
I need I don't know shit about it.
I'm changing my pally openers so that I'm only doing 3 holy spirits instead of 4, so I could fit confetti or before my potion runs out.
You're potioning right now? Damn, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy shit.
I'm just practicing, man. I'm trying to get this shit dialed in.
I used to practice with like low grade potions. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're so awkward to use.
Well, then if I have a good run on accident, at least I could log it. Yeah.
Clear as long as we
I crafted a shit ton of potions and food, so I don't care if I burn them.
Nate, it's harder for you to tank buster me because I'm farther away.
Harder to what?
It's harder to tank buster me because I'm farther away now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll find somebody else.
I forget who's playing melee in our side.
Kligos, he's playing Dragoon, I think.
Right. I think Digi is right playing Reaper.
Oh, is he? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Reaper's super overpowered right now.
I wonder if they'll patch it before the Savage drop.
I think so.
Oh. So apparently you do throw in.
It's also the most played class by a huge margin. Oh my god, I got a crit!
Are you ready,
Yes,
Lundgren?
15 of
Yeah.
them.
I just wasn't. Yeah.
Look
Apparently
at that
you,
shield.
You throw in
That's
double down with
Beautiful.
better damage.
Big shield.
Better damage than even 2 burst strikes followed up with their. That's crazy.
I messed up my thing because I was trying to look for the shield.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
God damn it.
Party stack.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, that's terrible.
Healer groups after this.
In
And healer groups.
Where near or far? Divine radiance.
Sides. Spread after this, which is out.
Yeah. Out and spread.
I'm not in the right spot, but no one's getting me, so.
Nope.
Okay.
You know what? That's interesting. You guys are
I almost
Oh,
died
was
there.
that?
I don't know what that was.
Damage, I think.
Yeah, we didn't heal up enough between.
Fuck.
Oh, then I wasn't paying attention to that.
Did we just not mitigate that AoE enough?
No, there
I think
was.
so, because everyone else seemed fine.
No, I mean I almost died. Just to
Yeah.
damage. So
Yeah, it was pretty high.
We're gonna die. I'm just gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, let's wipe it up.
Wipe it up. Alright.
So what you guys are missing
Crystals
is
of light.
after
To
she
me.
does the rings, or she does the one of 3 options, and then she does a follow-up moves. That's what you guys keep missing, the follow-up move.
Who?
so
what
I'm
we missed
missing
there
in what
was-
sense?
What we missed there was party stack after the.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, with the party stack, and it's just everybody, but and then we don't know who it targets, is what you said, right? Or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. That makes sense then.
When you say party stack, that's when we all stack, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
is-
Healer
okay.
groups is
What is
the
that?
smaller ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's clock spots, party stack, healer groups will be the calls.
What is the party stack called?
Okay.
What's it move called?
Um,
Or we just don't know?
Just
no,
the
it's
water
shining
element.
blade.
Yeah, it's a.
It doesn't. It's not a move specific thing. You gotta pay attention to her animation. You can even hear the sounds. So if you hear water,
Oh.
it's light
Oh,
stacks. If
ouch.
you hear like shattering ice, that's healer stacks.
No, you can see that though. Like I
Yeah,
see those
no,
ones.
it's
I know
when she
ice
casts-
and water.
It's
Well,
when
it's-
she casts
Oh,
Crystallize.
Yeah, I was gonna say the move doesn't have a name though. It doesn't have a cast bar. It's
Oh,
just,
I know.
it's-
I'm sorry. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
Well, I mean, it does. It's crystallized, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Which
got you. Though.
version
I
crystallized?
forget Earth every single time, so that makes sense.
If I wasn't so focused on my rotation, I'd be calling out. I don't know this for sure.
I appreciate all the call outs that you do get, so thank you.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
healer groups. Oh wait, no, party stack. Party stack.
Pretty stacked. It's Shining Saber.
By crystal's light.
Okay, whatever this is, and then healer groups.
Yeah, so this is. Get out, and then get to your group.
Divine radiance.
Sides.
Sides. No, the thing that's actually getting us is that sometimes Magos' Radiance is either Sharebuster or Raid Wide.
In, and then spread.
Yeah,
So in and clock. Clock.
Side. Yo, Automaton Queen fucks me up every time. Raid one.
Enter cards, then party stack.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, healer groups. Enter cards and healer groups.
Was it healer groups? Okay.
Crystals of light, to me.
You don't have to see it, but if you listen to the sounds, there's very few
Everyone learns differently.
Here.
We're going north. The ads.
tricked me.
The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow of hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness. Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back.
Alright. At least we do the ad part really clean.
Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. The light does obey my command.
Alright, we're going west. Roll groups.
Oh boy. Alright, stay behind her. And then Z Warrior time. This way.
Go through.
Oh,
Get behind her, behind her.
Ah, crap.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
We're good.
Man, I was like, okay, everything was okay.
Oh shit. Ah,
Not
enough.
enough.
Fuck.
I used my res on a deer. Can you get it?
Yeah, I'll get him.
Party stack.
Party stack.
Paper. Wasted medica, whatever. Out.
Light on you.
AoE.
Blade wide. Yep.
Whatever this is in spread. Avoid line ends.
Oh, I moved too soon. Oh, it's okay.
Front back.
Oh, hello. Get in.
In. Sure, tank buster.
Sure, Buster.
On me.
Okay.
At the 2. After.
At the 2. And we're gonna go right. At the 2.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go right.
Isn't?
I think that's wrong.
I think we're supposed to be at the 2 marker.
Yeah,
1
we
and
are-
2. We're supposed.
We are,
We gotta
Go
be
right.
separated.
Oh,
Yeah, we were supposed to be
yeah.
on the
It's
2
where
marker.
It's, what was that? It's where the bow tie.
No, moved over. Yeah.
I thought it's between the first and the second because the third goes that way.
It is.
It was,
Is
but I think you
Was-
miscalled it.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
between the
Oh.
first and the third.
It's
not the first
okay.
and second.
Obviously, we're all good, I think, but it was
We're good. We're good.
where the
Yeah, it's
key
all
was.
All right. Little mistake, no biggie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
whatever.
believe you would be a human and make a mistake. I just can't.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's
Oh, shit.
fate?
I'm broken.
happened?
No, I forgot to turn my things on. No
Oh.
big deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Right, Gunny's broken probably, huh?
Oh. Okay, got that off. Liturgy.
Hard stake.
By crystal's light.
Whatever this is, and then healer groups.
I think this is always water.
No,
No,
this is always
change it.
healer groups, but it's whether it's in or out is
I agree.
In.
in and then healer.
And then
groups.
healer groups.
Divine radiance.
Front back.
Back in. Alright, this is going to be out and then spread.
Out.
Light unyielding.
And then it's going to be Radiance right after. That's the thing that got us last time. She did
Okay, I'll make
Front back.
back. Cardinals.
No, healer groups.
What's the healer groups? Healer groups. Yeah.
By
But
blade.
Cardinals.
Crystals of light. To me. Here.
North crystals.
The soul of creation's end. Feel. The Sorrow hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness.
Imagine tabbing out of your screen.
Huh.
I can't. I think I use Alt too much.
Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and
We're getting better at
never
that,
look
that's
back. Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. The light does obey my command.
First light wave coming up.
Indeed.
Going east. Nice. So stay behind her when she moves.
Yep.
Okay, stay behind. And then we're gonna run through and do the Z.
Yep. He's gonna hit first. Go through. You don't have to go around, you go through. And then directly going.
Behind, back crystal. Nice, good job, guys. Tank cleave, stay away. Very stack.
His stickies.
I'm gonna try to recenter her.
That's
Oh,
fine. Get it,
out,
get it, get
out.
it, get it.
Don't, yeah,
Light
don't
unyielding.
worry about your center.
Alright,
Here, she's gonna do her own things in a second.
She's hard.
AoE.
She's just really hard.
AoE. So this is gonna be.
Avoid line ends and spread.
Yep.
Eternal.
Oh, I fell.
On back.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I made it.
Oh, healer limit break.
LD3.
Okay, yeah. Don't accept
Get
that.
in.
Get in. I'm going to get hit by this. Yep. But nobody else did. Good. We're good. Just fucking
Oh, whoops.
Shared buster.
share blister, share blister.
Where high or low.
Okay. Here. Who knows which way to go after this? Like, this is the one that fucks me up. Right? Go right? Good.
Left, left.
Left, left, left.
Oh! Don't listen to me.
Oh shit, run back. And I'm gonna die to that.
And it's wiping it.
Everyone goes first in the direction you go.
That was a bad call. Who fucked that up?
I don't know.
Alright, I gotta
How
repair
did
now.
I follow the wrong thing but not get hit though?
I don't know.
I
but
normally
like,
just-
I like it for you.
I
went
usually
right,
just wait to
and-
see what goes first during that part. I think that's what we should do. We should just wait to see where it's gonna go and then just move.
Yeah, that's what Kenny was saying, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait and see and then
But
run.
he needs to repair though.
Yeah, I gotta repair and
yeah.
also pee.
Yeah, well, we've only
Yeah,
got
me too.
Reset
We
anyway.
can't clear with this
Gotta
much time
respawn.
left.
Yeah.
Actually, me and Shannon might have to get off right now. We're running really late.
Oh,
We
that's
have
a
to
shame.
actually bake some shit before we go to our friend's house, so I think we're gonna have to drop. But we'll get this later. We're super close. I mean, that was good
Yeah,
practice.
Thanks, guys. That was really.
Yeah, thanks for the group.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's
hit
fun.
us up when you guys go for another clerk.
For sure.
We'll do. See
We'll see you
ya.
guys soon. Later.
Bye. Lowen, you still doing Panda?
Yep.
Okay, invite them in.
Which one?
I'm on the third one. Are you? Which one are you on?
You mean like? Well, it's all normal still, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've done them all,
Are you done?
but I won't do 2 again.
Are
I like don't get it. I get the other ones. But...
you asking to come?
So
with me?
the
Do you want me to come with you? If not, it's fine. I don't care.
I'm fine either way. I don't want you to come along if you don't want to.
Oh.
so the head, the detached head does a T, and
I know. I really understand, but like I can't do it.
What throws me off is the way it direction, like, because it points in a direction, it's misleading.
So I get the T, like I totally understand it, but I mess up when you start getting all the AoEs around each other and you have to move. I just dash into chaos.
Well,
okay. The problem is that everyone's doing it wrong because the
Right.
AoEs don't start going off until the third one is placed. So what you should do is stand in the same place for the first 2, move out of the first one for the third, and then you can all run.
Yeah, so I hate it. But I
It's
do
just
appreciate
because
that, yeah.
people are stupid and they're like, I'm gonna put an AoE on every single fucking inch of this place.
Right, and at least when I'm doing it, I just kill myself, I think. But it gets scary.
Are you in the? Shit,
Yeah.
do I-
Which one is the third one though? I might be bad at that one too. I know the fourth
The
one pretty
bird.
well.
The Firebird.
I just know that I hate number 2, but I could probably do number 3, and Gunny probably can too, if you want this.
Does Gunny want to come? Oh, he said
He
he
said-
had to repair and go get a
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go get a drink too while I'm at it then.
Alright, 1 sec for me too then, but I'll be right back. Gunny did say he would come, and also it's funny because we've talked about it, and he says he also loves number 2 and thinks it's the easiest one, and I just for some reason my brain is like, what?
Oh, I completely disagree. Number 2 is not the easiest one.
Oh, okay. He says he thinks it's the easiest one, and I'm like, well,
Oh man, that one's so simple.
I if anyone asks to do that one, I'm like, I don't think so. Although I should, so I can learn it, but
The fourth one I'm so lost on.
The
Don't
fourth
even
one is
call-outs.
pretty easy. The only thing I miss sometimes is whether it's wide angle or whatever the other option is.
It's cape versus sword. The sword is
Oh,
the
yeah.
cone. The cape is
And the
the
cape is the wide angle.
knockback.
Oh. Okay.
So.
I can usually follow quick enough where it doesn't matter, but I know the rest of the stuff I just don't really. Yeah. I think I shouldn't play dancer because I'm always
Two
looking
is-
at my rocks, you know, and so
Two
I'm not
is-
paying attention.
2 is realistically just keeping track of the second head and realizing that it does a different cone, like it does a different AoE pattern than
No, I
the
get
main
it's like
body.
a T, right? Like I mean, technically.
No, it
No?
does. It just does half the field. It does
Okay,
like
well,
so
yeah,
it goes out
okay.
sideways, because they can do it. They can actually do it so that like an entire side is free.
Well,
But sometimes they do the T.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. My brain doesn't really work that fast, I guess.
So in front of the face is a T, and then the body
Is
is
the half field, right? So it's still
Yeah.
like a. So I don't mean T, I guess. I get how that works. I just somehow seem to not.
it's more like 2/3 field, but
Yeah. Because I
Yeah, the
well,
body will always split the field down the middle in one direction, and the other one will wipe out half of the
wherever
field.
it is. No, and we've had like good T's. I still get messed up though. Like I said, with like when you get marked with the AoE, those circles or whatever during the T. Like people run. I don't know. I think I just dash away to danger.
Generally speaking, you take the circles a lot more calmly than you think you can. That's a big part of the problem. Like people will get really panicky with it.
That's me. I'm the panic.
literally just stand in the first two and then drop the third somewhere else.
Oh, I don't know. I hate the platform thing, I think. Even in the Crystal Tower one, where there's platforms, even though it's no big deal now, of course, but like I just like hate the platforms because I feel like I can't leave the platform. And you can't sometimes. It's super stressful.
Well, that's how they get you. I feel like
It is how they get you.
I feel like, especially in this expansion, they've done a lot of like the mindfuck stuff where it's like,
Yeah.
Shit, what's the example?
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch.
Very sorry.
crunch.
I'm eating my meme chips. I'm
I
sorry.
kind of like a mukbang, so it's fine.
I feel like there was one of the mechanics for the.
Are you coming LD or not?
No, he's eating. the
Sure, I'll do 3. I'll do 3. I was eating them during Heidelin. That didn't stop me from doing fine.
Man, I was so excited for Heidelin Extreme because the normal version I loved so much because it just made sense. And then they put the crystals on for me.
Actually, I ran that first with the trust. I was having too much fun with the story immersiveness. I thought that was really good.
I didn't know you
Better
could
run
that
with the trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran everything with the trust for the at least.
Because
honestly
people
didn't know you could.
suck. I ran it without the trust, and it took forever. We died like 10 times.
Yeah, we
And
were
it's
waiting for you to come
normal.
back,
It's
guy.
not even hard.
No, the normals. I like that one made so much sense to me, and it weirdly, even though this doesn't make sense, but it makes sense for the first half, reminds me of Ankle Daddy Thornton, because the whole first half of that makes tons of sense. And then the only chaotic part that doesn't make that much sense is when you're running in like circles, you know? Although we ran it at min-eye level, so I don't know.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, and it was
Alright.
like circle. It was all a circle. It made sense.
So just a heads up, I'm trying to run this blind, so don't.
Oh, okay,
don't,
okay,
Don't,
for
don't
sure.
do calls. I want to see if I can learn it.
Don't worry, I think I forget.
You're gonna die. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
You know
Oh wait,
what?
you're a tank.
I was
You
gonna say,
probably won't.
you said that, and I haven't died yet. So,
You're a tank.
Ooh,
That's
it's a
why.
challenge.
which is true. The only reason I didn't die in the second one was because I am a tank. You are right.
If it makes you feel better, I'll probably die. So, just for funsies.
Should we die on purpose just to fuck with him? Like,
I mean,
oh,
Yeah,
he's
that's what
here.
I'm gonna say.
if he's
So-
so kind as to off tank, we can just let him die. It'll be really easy. Fucking off tank gets smacked in this one. Second half.
Is it easier to main tank it than it is to non-tank it?
We gotta do more mechs with main tank, but it's just like you get slapped. You get bitch slapped as off tank.
Oh
Well,
crap!
like, there
should I
hasn't
do?
been any-
Never mind. I should have done the Reaper. Crap.
There haven't been any off-tank mechanics so far, so...
If you want easy classes, Reaper and Summoner are the way to go.
I know, and I did Summoner, but then I realized Reaper has a lot higher health, and I wonder if I should have done that.
Oh, I should probably main tank
Well,
this, 'cause I got a
Summoner
Dark
can put
Knight.
shields on themselves and heal
Okay.
themselves.
Alright, I like it.
Alright, do I want
And
to keep
plus you're
him center?
ranged. And you have instant cast most of the time.
Do I want to
Thank
keep him
God.
center for you guys?
It'll center itself.
Spoiler.
Well, that's for you guys.
I assume that's not the mechanic that I think the mechanics that he doesn't want called out.
Who the fuck sets off fireworks on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve? Yeah.
The same people who set up fireworks for 6 weeks before 4th of July.
That sounds like a painfully un-American sentiment out of you.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Guys, I hate fireworks.
Tommy.
It makes me sad. Oh god, we're now.
I was trying to get him in the bubble.
Maybe I only ran this once.
Fucking Dark Knight is the top DPS. Fuck that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get you.
Oh, that's what everyone's saying. Dark Knight isn't tanking anything.
Their deeps is pretty fucking good, especially like it's their burst phase is so good. Better. Alright, between. There we go. We got it.
Oh,
I don't remember this at all, it turns out. I do know number 4 though, so if we move on to that.
Don't let the
Where we
circles
stand in,
touch.
or no? Okay.
no, he picked up.
Fine. Yeah, no, you wanna be spread. It's good.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, that happens.
Didn't realize we could GPS that whole time.
Fucking shit nasty, isn't it? They played that a lot closer than I thought I had, but whatever. Easy. All the time in the world.
Oh.
Were you in my...
Just leave it in
I
place,
can't
leave it in place.
move.
Just don't be in the fire.
It goes a little bit wider, right? Or is that something else?
Yeah, it gets wider a little bit after the beginning. But you have time to react to the widening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, no.
Oopsie.
Oh, we don't die from that. Get close. We don't die from that. Oh, there's no need kind of roll. I'm just sitting here. Hello. Alright.
Man, I really need to plug into Ethernet now.
You guys fucked yourselves.
I do an attack.
Did it not go off?
No. The other guy got me.
Damn it, I was so close.
Oh, frick. Fucking mid-circle.
God damn it.
Alright.
Well, you have to do 4 next, right?
Oh. If my head will let me. Jesus Christ, that hurts.
Oh no. It's like a migraine or what?
Yeah. This is the longest
That's
I've had.
been going on for like month.
No,
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
not good.
This is like middle of the second week.
Alright.
No,
You gotta
I'm
go to
sorry.
the doctor, man.
This is the middle of third week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate this. Where does it hurt? Like where on your head, or is it like
The back.
okay?
It's not the worst pain I've had. It's just this is the longest I've actually had.
Chronic, kind of like just sitting there, yeah. I would say hydrate more.
I've been doing that.
I know, but even more than you think.
Does it get worse when you move?
No.
Hmm.
Be back in a second. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there's yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though, fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. What? Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is more of a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Oh, I forgot to update my equipment I was using. Oh well. Keyword Hesperos. Why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium? Pandemonium. Pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast. Unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Ooh, I like that sword. Oh, Ericthonius. Must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you could muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you, too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to only glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be the son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities. Beyond your shallow reckoning, I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations, and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. This is weird, because they were pretty powerful people. As a Hemethios shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful to the end of days. Oh! And he shall require no other. I think not. Ooh. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve? Ericthonius is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Lohengrin, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master Termit so quickly, to say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength in calming beasts of Asphodelos, I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, not shall await them, but doom. I eagerly wait your arrival, Ericthonius. Even dullards have their uses. I knew as soon as they showed his portrait, he was a bad guy. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Ericthonius worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death knell for his resolve. Let's go with savage. Much as I am loath to disturb Ericthonius so soon after which has occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do well to speak to him about recent events concerning both the keyboard and his father. The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess. A feat accomplished by none other than Lahabrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. So it is true. I am Lahabrea's son, bereft of his talents for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some long-held connection with Lahabrea. 'Twas Lahabrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was seen by the words of Lahabrea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before Lahabrea. She is your mother, yes? How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You've the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me here to join her. Or join her here. Lahabrea had nothing to do with it. I see. There is little love lost between the two. What I cannot see is why Lahabrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. And Lahabrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spared to mourn her. What love do I owe him now when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She was no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of a life. I have known only the public face of Lahabrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that he often comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all, namely, how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment? In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him, after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put Lahabrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. Lahabrea is the chief keyword of Pandemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense. I assure you, Caress, but we must consider that our enemy is at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? If you fail to confine him, I can strike him down. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Ecthonius' plan. Thank you. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperos spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of Vricolokas, a beast which feeds off the aether of its prey. Likely that is the Croatian sparrows merged his essence with. And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Oh, ow. Damn this headache. Okay, everybody here?
Yeah. My screen keeps randomly going black.
Bro. The check apparently, or I guess doing this.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of like a fate, it automatically puts you as unavailable.
Yeah.
Or not ready.
No, it kicked out my boy Pudding Way. Gotta go back and get him.
Oh no. Not Pudding Way.
Wait, the ready check?
I don't know if it was the ready checker because I was doing this other quest where I gotta fucking click on parts of the fucking statue of Thaliak. What am I trying to do? No, not the face, not the. What part of fucking this thing do I need to look at? I already did the feet. There we go, the ewer. Thank you. I guess I just zoom in first. Alright. I got like the first piece, and suddenly you have left Pudding Way. It's like, what? Pudding Way? Who this?
Not my boy.
You didn't like me looking at the statue, learning about the history of Sir Lion.
Got bored waiting for you.
Yeah, apparently. Alright.
I forgot to update my my set, so I did the last fight without my edited weapon and shield.
I'll fucking switch classes again. There we go.
I think Adira wasn't ready to.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm here.
No, you're fine.
I had my headset off, but I'm here.
How dare you?
I know, it's sick.
Let's carry you peeps through 4. Let's do it. Adira's back is ready to carry all of us.
That is not true, but I like mostly get it more than the other fights, you know? But, you know, we'll see. I really like dying, so.
Alright, okay. No swift cast res
She's keeping
for
those-
Adira. Got it.
Perfect.
She's keeping all them menders employed.
Fucking, yeah.
I played as a dragoon for my first 60 levels, so I'm basically a floor tank, and I'd like to keep it that way, you know?
Hey, do you know who? Do you guys know who Rich Campbell is?
Yes,
Did you see his reaction to the Job Actions trailer?
I did not.
So Dragoon's the first one up, and he goes, "Guys, they totally changed Dragoon," and I'm like, "What the fuck is he talking about? It's the exact same." It was literally like, and then he goes,
They're not on the floor anymore.
Yeah, they're not dead.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, 2 paladins.
Boo.
Bye.
They're going.
Oh no.
You ready? I feel like I need to listen to this song outside of the fight, so I can actually figure out if I like it or not. Like, I think I might like it. I know it, like, there's a part of it that makes me want to yell, "Go Ace," just because it reminds me of a different song. It's not actually very much like that song. This is the Get Out.
Is it the electricity or?
Shh. No.
Oh, right.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
sorry,
It's
sorry,
it's
sorry,
electric.
sorry.
Sorry. Well, tank had already. Other tank had already done it. Oh, I think I know what Gunnison might have done. Gunnison, did you touch the edge?
No, the damn lightning got me. Thought I was safe where I was at.
You usually stood like around where you were. It's weird. No, it's because I did that
It's
on
because
tank.
it snapshots.
Ah,
Everything
that's
fucking snapshots now.
Hello.
No. There it
You
is.
fucking lucid dreaming. I am
No,
White
one
Mage,
goes
must lucid dreaming all the time.
I feel like that's gonna be a 8-way or a protein and savage.
What the fuck?
So you don't have. Okay, so when he's setting the seed, that won't damage you. I'm just gonna tell you that. Like you can be under those things for that.
They go off.
You'll see. You'll see which ones they do. Oh.
Lightning again, huh?
It's because you keep trying to dodge it at the last second. You have to be like out of there way before then. Because it locks your position in really early. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so used to doing this on healer, I stood in the DPS one.
Yeah. Fine. Oh, you were on. I was like, yeah, no, that checks out. Elon is my co-healer, right?
Oh, I remember now. I didn't make it, but I remember.
Remember?
Yeah. Nope. Okay, so that looked like what we talked about before. I didn't.
Look
Maybe-
directly at the point, yeah.
Okay. And that's what was. Oh, hold on one second. That's what was getting me wrong. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, don't look at him.
Okay. Yeah, because it all looks like a cloak, right?
You can figure it out from him, but
That makes more sense why I was not being able to distinguish though.
you might have to do You might have to do that later, but right now we don't.
Gotcha.
I got smashed in the face. by
Oh,
someone's orb.
yeah. People were not grabbing orbs.
Well, I was done, so I couldn't grab any.
Yeah, I grabbed one DPS orb. Nobody grabbed mine, so I ate somebody else's orb.
Ouch.
Oh, no, I mean, it's fine, I guess. There we go. It's okay. So,
Yeah, I think it is fine.
Wanna know what's sad? I've been down for all this time and I'm still the highest DPS.
Alright.
Well, I mean, you got that partner, you know. But well, I'm also dead now, though.
God.
Or still, rather.
Alright, I get to live this not really doing DPS as a white mage right now life. Oh, my man's back. There we go.
Stuck. Oh, sorry.
I know. I was like, I don't know if I want to call it.
Oh, we're good.
Well,
I mean, you can see that.
yeah. Smoke came up.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I don't know.
Then it's knockback.
Plus, you've seen all these now. Except for the fire one.
Only one person has to be in a given thing. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why am I dead though? Just too slow?
Yeah, you have to be.
'Cause it looks like I'm in the
you have
same
to be, You have to be there.
position.
You have to be there
Okay.
super,
Okay.
super early.
Okay.
Healer LB3.
Yeah, as soon as I can get up. Oh, sorry. Yep. Shit, I'm being dumb. Alright. Yeah, this is the best time to do this. Thank God LB3 heal went off before Blood Rake. Hello.
Oh, okay.
This.
Oh.
This is orbs
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I will eat and DPS orb. Oh, no, or not. Come on, come on. It's sword. Sword, sword. Fire. We're gonna have to stack. Then get out.
Oh, I also got stuck already. Screwed. Oh, that shouldn't have killed me.
Knockback. Sword.
Oh.
My Swift is down at the moment, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to fucking medic do this. I'm gonna see who he ascends, and then...
Oh, okay.
Don't eat so many of those.
I was
Only you as a tank can eat like 2.
I can eat 2, yeah. 3 gives you 2, so even if I can,
Yeah.
even if I mitigate, it was worth a shot.
Pretty sure in Savage it's gonna be you can only get one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one. Tanks and healers have to each get a DPS one. DPS have to get the other. Yep, alright,
Oh, I don't have anything to give him.
good. Oh, he's fine, he's fine.
I shielded.
Oh, this one, Gunnison. Not this one.
Been really nice with the pattern.
Wind. Cape.
Oh, I turned at the last second. That's the one problem with Dancer. I like spin too much. Crap.
Oh shit! I saw a cape. I'm.
At the marker itself. That was a sword. He always, like, he himself always drapes out both.
That's what confused me in the beginning. And then
Yeah.
finally, oh, okay.
I did 20% of the damage. Give me the minion.
Still rolling shit on the minion.
I think I already have this minion. Yeah, I do. So don't worry about me.
Did you farm it for the minion, or did you just get really lucky?
No. No, I got lucky.
No, somebody's always gonna get lucky on these and get it right away. Like, I have my highest roll on this minion to date, and it's a 51.
My highest roll has been a 31. So
No.
get out of here.
That was what it was at. Like I had like a fucking no, I had like a 32 and then a 28. It's like, yes.
I missed it my first run, and then the second run I rolled lucky.
There you go, boys. Got your clears. Got your
Thank you,
clears,
guys.
boys.
Appreciate the help.
Thank you. Sorry we weren't more help, but like it was a fun experience, right?
You guys are fine. Alright. Gonna go mute again. Now, Themis, we end this here. Fools, I will not be put in chains. such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you as more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me. You're wasting your breath, Asperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, my repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Asperos? Better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandemonium. You had La Habrea's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Asperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him, to be La Habrea's son. So terrible did his jealousy become that he sought verboten power that La Habrea would be unable to ignore. How does pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing. It's not as uncommon as you might think. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing. Perhaps that signifies naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in the dark times, a person you trust to guide you true. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. Jeez. We must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help on that matter. The influence of Asperos' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? What is this presence? Erechthonius. What lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Being your guardian, too. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. A warding sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to apprise the situation from there. Needless to say, investigation is far from over. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions, but could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis might lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that the same magic could have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer for power he cannot refuse. Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments, for more potential Amethioi. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Erchthonius. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Amethios, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield interment magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that, then nothing's stopping us from returning to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to help resolve matters here without resorting to outside help. But do you mean to send a report to La Habrea? 'Tis too soon to say. Let us first find a way to into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then I'm not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Erchthonius and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Demas' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I am able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know how to use what I can. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Otherwise, we would have likely succumbed to the Hippocampus' assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we shall reach the end and see Pandemonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperos' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I have no doubt we will. Even so, Let us allow Lohengrin his rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting your report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined. Welcome back. Back from the past, none the worse for wear, I see. So, what did you find? So there's evil afoot in Pandemonium, an already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing mortars. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voice Lohengrin heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for left behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed, it could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet, eon by eon, we shall unveil that mystery, with the help of Lohengrin, of course. By his actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns to the same present he left. Which can only mean one thing, that his intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. Yeah, the whole, you traveling back in time has always been a part of that time. So that you're not actually changing events, but you are confirming their happening. There is no telling what consequence would arise if we stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark on history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. The first final days had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars that left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I have asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there's aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. It shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We should begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I found it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Melanie is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your adventures, bring it here, and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras, and would give you goods in return that should aid you in your trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of the events you have reported here, Nimjiji has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor, nor reassurance, that you have than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. I kind of like that, actually. That's what is this, just inverted colors? No, but it's mostly the same. I don't know if I care for that. That's kind of boring too. I mean, it looked pretty, but let's check out the casters. That's not bad. I don't like those gloves. Let's see, yeah, I do not like those arms. The healer gear, basically the same. Yep. Okay. Cool. Now I just need my Zodiac accessories. Well, okay, that's gonna be it for today. Probably be back in a couple hours. I think we're doing some raids. It's a static. Thanks for dropping by, Awkward Bloom. I appreciate that, and and wishing me luck. I did complete it. So yeah, I'll see you guys